I suppose. Oh, wow. Ugh. Putting like the campsite together, and they have a 2-man tent. They put it together in like under 5 minutes. And at one point, I'm sitting on the bench. Everything's laid out. My tent. I'm just like, I got nothing. These things are round. I don't see anything that could be round. I don't. And like they're done, and they come over and they're like, "You need some help putting together this 1-man tent?" I'm like, oh, "Don't say yes. Don't say yes. I need help." Help me with this, please, with this tent. So, oh man, the most, but again, you reach the top and the overwhelming sense of accomplishment, and honestly, like, it's one of those things where, like, anything to make you realize how small you really are, I think is one of the most powerful things you could ever do. Because you want for forever, it feels like it. I've never. It was really a truly awe-inspiring experience. One thing to look at it when you're just at the top. It's another thing once you've walked down and walked back out, and then looked at it.
It doesn't look real.
It doesn't look real, and like honestly, I didn't even think about the hike or the tremendous, to me, journey that I had just been on.
Right.
It was just this. It was just this utter like clarifying. It was just clarity. There was for the first time in a long time. It's that moment where you're just truly living in the moment. Past doesn't matter. Future doesn't matter. Who you are doesn't matter.
Right.
It's just you are just purely experiencing this existing moment right then and there. Everything else just is quiet, and you're just experiencing a moment, which really, to be honest, I mean, for me, is what life should be about. It should be about experiencing the moment you're in right now. It has nothing to do with tomorrow, and the future is going to come, but no matter how well you plan for it, it'll still throw you a curveball. So what only matters is right now, right? And those moments, and Grand Canyon for sure is one of those places where you can get it and just go, even if you don't hike it, you can just go and look there and just give it a minute and just go, wow. I mean, and then because you can start to think about like how the Grand Canyon was. There was a documentary that I watched on Disney Plus that they hiked basically the whole thing, and it was really their footage is like way crazy because you see the canyon. It's so much bigger than even what you get to see. I mean, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. When we had walked out, because we took from our campsite, we hiked out 10 miles, 5 miles basically to get to Indian Gardens and then kind of do the same hike, which was good when I did that first day hike because I kind of knew what I was looking at on the last day. When I left the last day, I was so utterly, and unfortunately I have no footage of this because I couldn't even film. I couldn't do it. Like, I had to focus so much on putting one foot in front of the other that so I get out of the canyon. I got my hiking pole, my backpack on full of gear. I'm completely out of water, just dying of everything. And we start walking. I forget. We have to walk to the car. I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm done. Damn it. So, and I start walking, and I'm so tired. I'm dragging the hiking pole. Like, I'm not even using it. And I'm just like, I look so bad. And this is how I knew I looked so bad. Everybody on the top of Grand, everybody I walked by, everybody looked at me, looked back, and then looked back and went, "Are you okay?" Like, it wasn't like one of those things where you're like, he's got it. He's, you see that person, he's fine. Everybody who saw me was like, "Are you good? You're dragging your pole." I mean, that's first clue is you should be using it, especially with the way you look. You look miserable. That few things out of the way, you look horrible, and you're dragging the one thing that you could be using to help you walk. And I'm like, I was in such a fugue state. I'm like, sure, whatever, man. Like, we get back to the car, and they're like, all right, yeah, let's go get burgers. I'm like, no. I'm not getting a burger. I don't want a burger. You guys go get your. They brought me a burger and it was delicious. But I was like, they're like, hey, we brought you a burger and oh my god, it was the best.
From where?
They had from the lodge inside like the Grand Canyon. Oh, it was so good. So, but yeah, we can. Nick, right before he went back.